Okay, so we're putting AI into pretty much everything these days, right? But what happens when that AI breaks? And not in an obvious way, but in ways we can't even see. That's what we're digging into today. We're looking at a brand new type of AI that's actually designed to fix these silent, hidden failures that could bring a whole company to its knees. So forget the hype for a minute. We're going to look at how autonomous AI agents are becoming the absolute essential first responders for our incredibly complex digital world.
Now, to really get why these agents are such a game changer, we first have to wrap our heads around the new kinds of problems they're built to solve. You see, as AI gets smarter and more complex, so do its failures. We're not just talking about your typical server crash anymore. Oh no, this is something way more tricky. I mean, really think about that for a second. Your AI customer service bot, it seems to be working just fine. Your automated security system, everything looks totally normal, but behind the scenes, they're not just failing, they're failing silently. They're still running, but they are quietly wreaking havoc on your business. Yeah, these are not the loud, hey, I'm broken kind of failures we're used to. This quote from Uptime Robot really hits the nail on the head. An AI might just get stuck in an endless loop, or maybe it skips a critical security check, or, and this is a scary one, it confidently just makes up a wrong answer. And the worst part, you often won't have a clue that anything's wrong until a very angry customer is on the phone. And this really gets to the heart of the whole challenge. See, traditional monitoring just asks a really simple question. Is it on? It's just checking for a pulse. But with modern AI, that is nowhere near enough. We have to completely shift our thinking to a new question. Is it doing the right thing? Is it working as intended? And that means catching all those subtle, almost invisible failures, the hallucinations, the context errors, the skip steps that the old tools would completely, totally miss. So, if the old tools can't solve this new problem, what can? Well, this is where the idea of an autonomous AI agent enters the picture. It's kind of like using AI to police AI. An AI agent is a totally different beast from a simple chatbot. It's not just sitting there waiting for you to ask it something. An agent is proactive. It has memory. It can create a multi-step plan, and this is key, it can actually use external tools like APIs and databases to execute that plan and achieve a goal, all on its own. You know, a really great way to think about this is to imagine a digital first responder for all your software. It's like having an AI-powered site reliability engineer, an SRE, that is constantly on watch, 24/7, just ready to jump into action the very second that something goes sideways. Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this stuff actually works in the real world. We're going to walk through a step-by-step example of an AI agent resolving a critical IT incident, and you'll see how it turns hours of potential downtime into a fix that takes just a few minutes. So the agent's process is basically like a rapid response playbook. It's got 4 main steps. First, it detects the fire. Second, it assesses the whole situation and figures out a plan. Third, and this part is absolutely critical, it hits pause to get a green light from a human. And finally, once it has that approval, it executes the fix. Let's break it down. It all starts with just watching. The agent is constantly monitoring, just ingesting these mountains of data from application logs and other systems. But it's not just looking for one specific error code. It's using AI to see the patterns in all that noise. The moment it detects a spike in errors that's out of the ordinary, bam, it sounds the alarm and kicks off the entire response, even creating a ticket to track the whole thing. All right, once an incident is flagged, the agent switches hats. It goes from being a monitor to an analyst. It doesn't just ring a bell and run away. It does the initial triage. It puts together a full report with the what, the impact, the why, a root cause analysis, and most importantly, the how to fix it, a concrete plan of action. But before the agent actually does anything, we hit what might be the single most important step in this whole process. Look, you can't just give an AI the keys to your entire kingdom and, hope for the best. You need a critical safety check, and that's called the human in the loop. Human in the loop, or HIT-ul for short, isn't some afterthought. It is a core design principle here. It means you deliberately build these specific, structured points in an autonomous workflow where a human operator has to step in. It's a mandatory checkpoint that lets an expert review the AI's diagnosis and its plan, and then give that explicit go or no-go signal. And it's really important to know the difference between HITL and a similar idea, human over the loop, or HOTL. With HOTL, a human is kind of just passively watching from the sidelines and only jumps in if something breaks.
But with HITL, the human is an active and required part of the process. They're in the game. And for something as critical as fixing a live production system, you absolutely need that active approval gate.
Now, the goal here isn't to slow everything down and create a bottleneck. For most of the routine stuff, the agent can probably just handle it. But for the really high-stakes actions, the system is designed to escalate to a person. A well-designed system will aim for something like a 10 to 15% escalation rate. This makes sure that your human experts are only spending their time reviewing the most critical or unusual cases. It's the best of both worlds. You get automation and human oversight. So, once that human expert takes a look and gives the thumbs up, the agent springs back into action. And this is the moment where the system transforms from some mysterious black box into a fully accountable and transparent tool. A specialized agent, we can call it the deployment specialist, is now triggered. And its only job is to take that approved plan and execute it perfectly. It applies the fix, resolves the incident, and logs every single action it takes along the way, creating a perfect audit trail. And the impact of this, it's night and day. Incident resolution time just plummets, going from hours of stressful manual firefighting to just minutes. All that repetitive analysis gets automated, which frees up your best engineers to actually innovate. And because the process is standardized, you get consistent, high-quality fixes every single time, which drastically cuts down on human error and, of course, costly downtime. So the bottom line is pretty simple. A system like this frees up your best people to build the future instead of just fighting fires from the past. It's really the first big step towards a truly self-healing infrastructure. And in this really cool twist, the very same AI that creates these new silent failures also becomes the most powerful tool we have to solve them. And this brings us to a final, pretty powerful thought. We're watching AI agents evolve from just being simple tools into becoming autonomous teammates that can maintain and repair our most complex digital systems. So if AI can start fixing our systems for us, it leaves us with a really exciting question. What massive, unsolved problem should we point them at next?